October energy forecast. We're doing this a little bit differently. There is a very big message coming through for the month of October, and that is not to be afraid of realignment. Okay, so let's dig in and see what the heck that means. So far, incredibly, we've had almost 10 months of 2020. And I say incredibly because it feels like in some ways only like a few days ago did all of this craziness start, but it's been a while. Time is moving in a different way than it ever has before. And even if you're not thinking about that all the time, like if you don't have it in your purview that time is non-linear, you're still feeling it. I think that sometimes things are going really fast and other times they seem to go incredibly slow. This is good, and here's why. A lot of times we are very externally motivated. October is going to come in and invite us to stop being that way. And it's going to really test us and our ability to stop being externally motivated. And I'll tell you why. Do not be afraid of realignment. What does this mean? It means that things are changing rapidly and they need to. So if there are things in your life that are just constantly moving and there's a part of you that's saying, this is crazy. I just moved something like last month and now I'm moving this thing over here. Like I'm not being consistent. It's okay. Consistency is not the theme of this year unless consistent upheaval and chaos is what you mean. So leave that be. Let it go. Let your need to be regimented and output the same amount of energy every day and reach certain benchmarks and goals and whatever it is that externally motivates you, leave it be for now. Let it go. Let it stay where it wants to stay, which is in old earth energy. Okay? As we move into October, you're going to be asked and invited to do many realignments. And that means many different shifts. And that means that one day you could feel this way and the next day you can feel that way. And guess what? Neither of those ways are wrong. It's time for us as individuals to start making some choices as to what feels good to us. And then start making movements in that direction. And that means it's okay if what feels good to you is not what's in your current path. That means it's time for a shift or a realignment. And we're being told, invited, shown that it's okay. These shifts are important and they're happening and they're everywhere. Now, this month is wild now, and it's going to be quite something because we started with an epic full moon. We end it with an epic full moon. That's not typical. And then sandwiched in the middle, we've got a new moon. What does this mean? It means that for those of us who have been really doing this manifestation work and using the lunar cycles, it is game on, okay? It is time to really give it your all and let go of all of the things that have prevented you from truly believing in your own manifestation, okay? So as we move into this full moon, and we'll talk about that more on Wednesday and Thursday, think about your new moon. Think about what you seeded on your new moon and ask yourself, what blocks have occurred or have I created to get in the way of whatever it was I was trying to pull through with manifestation? It's time to align yourself with your manifestation and knock it off with the blocks, because we're so good at it. We love blocking ourselves because you know what? We've been taught that to struggle means you're on your way to success, right? We've been taught that the grind is what gets you there. You just got to work hard, keep going, keep going, keep going. Well, in this new energy, that is only going to make you very tired and frustrated. New energy is saying, find out what makes your heart sing. Find out what makes your blood feel alive in your body and go in that direction. It's not going to be hard. The hardest part about following your actual heart and true desires is realizing that it's like kind of maybe contradictory to everything you've been doing up until this point. That shit's hard, and I'm not going to sugarcoat that, because it's like, whoa, my whole life I've been doing things to make everybody else happy, and now you're asking me what I want, and I don't even really know what to tell you. I get that. But we're here to do that work, right? We're here to find out. We're here to be able to say, my name is Sarah, and this is what makes me happy. This is what I like doing. This is what I want. We need to be able to say those things, all right? We need to be able to say those things. Like, no more hesitation. Full throttle. Here we go. So think about that as we start moving into October, because October is basically a supercharged manifestation portal, and it feels very much like it's going to be a month that's going to show us some things. And some of those things are not going to be pleasant. And so we are going to need to figure out how to hold that high note. And the only way that you can hold the high note is if you know what you want. If you do not know what you want, you do not know who you are not grounded in yourself, and you are not in your body, you will be swayed by external energies all day long. And we don't want that anymore. That is exhausting, and it's not going to take you anywhere. So get in here in your actual body, because guess what? That's where we're supposed to be. We came here to be earth people. Let's be earth people. Let's remember all of the ways that we are supposed to do earth people things. Magic is not foreign to this planet. It's just foreign to our brains. We've forgotten some things. Energy is all around us. It's part of everything. It's us. We are channels of energy. We are manipulators of energy. We create with energy. It's time to remember that. Step back into your power, because now is the time to make the things happen. And whether or not you believe you are a powerful manifester doesn't actually matter. So the question is, are you going to take control of your manifesting abilities this month, or are you going to let the collective tap into your energy and use it for collective business, which looks like chaos and nonsense to me right now? So that's what we're asking ourselves. Are we going to take control and lead ourselves, or are we going to allow ourselves to be led and our energy to be used for ways we don't even know what the end game is? Take back your power. Feel your power. You're so incredibly powerful and so incredibly important. When we had the fairy ring last week, which feels like 3 years ago, it was incredibly powerful, and we had some really strong fairy presence come in the form of what would be called the fairy king and the fairy queen. But they only call themselves that to help us understand. But it's basically the divine feminine and divine masculine of the fairy kingdom, all right? And what we have forgotten is that not that long ago, we walked alongside all of the elementals and other creatures. We worked with the fairies, and we were very integral to the work that they do. It is time to remember our place here. It is time to reclaim our power so that we can revive the earth and heal what has been sick and broken and sad. We are receiving a huge invitation from the earth itself and all of its creatures to step back into our rightful place as the humans of earth and do humans of earth things. So feel into that for yourself. What does it mean? But you know how we've been talking so much in 2020 about reconnecting with tree energy, grounding down, letting your roots go down there, like just trees. There's a reason for that. We need to be anchored into this earth here. Our energy needs to be tied to this energy. in order to ground us and stabilize us and feed and sustain us as all of this chaos is swirling around. Because it's not going to get less chaotic right now. It's going to get more chaotic. And it has to be something that you're able to weather. And the only way you can do that is if you're anchored into a reality that feels good to you, that feels safe to you, that you can look around and say, yep, I see all these things happening, but I'm keeping the high note because I know where I'm going, and trust in that, okay? So in a nutshell, October is our opportunity to supercharge all of this energy, bring it in, and make it what we want. And it is not selfish to ask yourself what you want and then answer that question honestly. So if you haven't done that yet, I so suggest that you start doing that as a journaling exercise and just say, you know, what do I want? And just go for it. Write it down. What is it? No holds barred. No one's going to see it. Just write it all down. It can be as ridiculous or frivolous as it needs to be. It doesn't matter. These are the things that are going to lift your vibration and make you feel happy. So could they really be frivolous and meaningless if they actually make you feel happy in your day-to-day life? I don't know. So ask yourself these questions. Ask yourself every day if you need to, if it's really hard. If asking yourself what you want and what makes you happy just totally like makes you just so uncomfortable and you don't know what to say, that's what you need to do this month. You need to figure that out. So feel into that. And I'm going to shift gears a little bit and we're going to jump into some cards because animal energy is coming in really strong for October. And whereas I normally will pull a card from the Divine Animals Oracle deck, this time we're pulling from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. And this will be an animal energy for the month of October. And you remember September was armadillo, which was grounding. And it also had a lot of ancient Mayan energy coming through, but lots of energy about grounding and protecting yourself. So that's September. And remember, we're still in September, but we're kind of in that place where it's like this, you know? So we're kind of always like that now, aren't we? Like in between dimensions all the time. All right, let's see what our animal card is for October. And all of these cards will be put in the Restoration Facebook group. And if you are part of Restoration, it will also be in your newsletter this time. All right. Friends. You're like, just show me the card, Sarah. I will, but whoa. It's Hawk Spirit. It's number 32. Hawk is here to guide us in October. All right, are you ready? Flying high above the landscape, the hawk sees both the big picture and the small details, observes the rain and the pond as well as the cloud, and doesn't miss anything. When Hawk Spirit arrives, you are called to pay close attention to messages from Spirit that can appear anywhere in any form. Listen to your intuition and keep your eyes open for synchronicities, the meaningful coincidences. Hawk Spirit asks you not to dismiss the signs that Spirit is sending to guide you. Lately, have you been hearing the same word or song or coming across the same symbol here, there, and in the strangest places? Perhaps you hear a song on the radio with just the right lyric pertaining to your query, or you begin to notice uncanny billboards, license plates, or other places where repetitive numbers or words show up for you to notice. Pay attention to the animals that appear for you and connect with their symbolism. Spirit wants to communicate and reaches out again and again. When Hawk Spirit appears, it is a sign to listen. And I don't know about you guys, but I have been seeing so many hawks, and just before I started this live video, there was a hawk out here just like going at it. So I'm feeling it. Now, reminder about what I think I was talking about when I first started talking this morning about being on your own timeline, about not being influenced by external energy and more guided by internal energy. If you ever feel like you need to rush to get something out, to do something, like you're gonna miss the boat, that kind of feeling, look at that and ask yourself why you're feeling that way. Because if you are being intuitively led to do something, you will be doing it in flow. When you are in flow, that's the magic. And there's no rush in flow. It happens the way it happens. And you don't need to push it or feel anxiety about it or feel like you're gonna miss the boat, okay? So remember that as we move into October. There is no such thing as wrong timing for you if you're following your own heart's song. You're not going to miss anything. You will be led exactly where you need to go. And all you need to do is have enough faith and trust to take the one step in that direction. Then all of the things start coming in. And we all kind of know this, right? Like we know this, but we forget every time a little bit because it gets a little scary and things are so weird and we're like, no, I need confirmation. You'll get your confirmation. You just have to step out there in the right direction. And when I say the right direction, I mean the direction that your personal being is moving toward. It doesn't matter what everybody else is doing. It really matters what you're doing and how you feel about it, okay? Okay, so Hawk Spirit is our animal card. Okay, and so I will be posting that in the board, and we have one more card coming because this deck wants to play all the time. And this will be a card for October energy as well. Guys, I can't with these cards right now. It's not the hawk, but take a look at it. That's an owl. You see him? It's number 29. It's the journey. When I post this, take a look at this card because it's so beautiful. I'm gonna read it to you. The journey is an invitation to step outside the boundaries of your life as you know it, right? The journey is not a holiday. It is a call to be hermit-like and to go on a pilgrimage into the unknown. There are no maps to the territory you will be exploring, no marked paths or road signs. The time to embark on the great journey is here. Do not linger in the port when distant shores are calling. Fearlessly draw your own navigational charts as you discover the route. When the time is right, as it is right now, you will be led true, even when you are not sure of where you are going. It is the departure that is most important. If you miss the boat, a great opportunity will be lost, and another ship may not arrive for a very long time. The journey is calling you, but the timing is premature. Collecting postcards or fantasies of where you want to go may take over your focus and make you miss your destiny. Other things must be completed first, or you may still be attached to the knowing of the destination. Remember that the point of the journey is not the destination. It's who you will become as you are transformed along the way. Do not confuse the inner and the outer journey. I mean, mic drop, Mystical Shaman Oracle. All right then. I know, Cindy, you can't make this shit up, but it's clear to me that they like me to just say stuff and then I pull a card that says it much more clearly, but this is for me. I think this is my lesson so that I can be confirmed in the fact that I am actually doing this, because sometimes I'm like, what am I doing? So it happens to me all the time too. All right, well, Spirit has spoken. Monday is on a roll. I will see you guys tomorrow for more talking. Or will I? Maybe I won't. I'll see you Wednesday, actually. I'm changing up my schedule for October, and I just realized we're rolling into October. So, oops. From now on, I will be doing the lives Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, because in October, it's my personal directive to slow it down and kind of go inward a bit. So I'm following that call as best as I can. So I will see you Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and exciting things happening this week. Reactivation launches on Thursday. We already have, excuse me. I already have a bunch of pre-orders, so it's so exciting. So you'll be getting your first week on Thursday. If you would like to sign up for that, you can find it on my website. And reactivation is a 4-week program that goes at your own pace. There's nothing to write down. There's no homework, nowhere to be. And this program will help you to align yourself to the new earth energies, to weather this storm, feel really good, start getting your confidence, and all of the things. So that is launching on Thursday on the 1st. And if you are a Restoration member, you get 25% off of that. So it kind of pays for itself. If you would like to join Restoration, you can click on that link there, and you can do that in time for the moon call on Thursday. I love you guys. I'll see you on Wednesday. I will post these cards in the Restoration Facebook group, and I hope you have an awesome Monday. If this has been helpful for you, I would so very much appreciate it if you would share it. Have a great day. Mwah.